Welcome back. It's Dr. Jen Fraboni, better known as DocJenFit, your doctor of physical therapy, owner and founder of Gen Health, your one stop for all things movement, aches, and pains. And we're going to go through what you can do in those early weeks, like 0 to 2 weeks when you're just getting home from the hospital and you just had a vaginal birth. Now, me, myself, I had a VBAC. So that means I had a vaginal birth after cesarean. I have plenty of videos on cesarean birth, what to do after cesarean birth. And now I want to talk about what you can do after vaginal birth to help support the pelvic floor. Now, if you're curious about my VBAC at all, we do have a podcast on this. And so I'll link up our VBAC story, our birth story, but I want to get right into some of these exercises. Now, you're going to need a pillow. It doesn't have to be a wedge pillow. It's ideal because you could put your bottom up as high as you want or as low as you want, depending on what you need. Or you could just fold up a regular pillow and put it underneath your bum as well. We're going to use the wall in this first exercise, and then we'll come back to some other exercises, ideally that you're going to just do in bed. So this first exercise, I'm going to think of rolling onto this pillow so that I can get pretty high without having to awkwardly scoot my bum in. And all I'm doing here is breathing. So I want to relax my legs. There's no tension in my legs, no tension in my pelvis. And I'm using gravity to help as I'm relaxing and down regulating, taking tension off of the area to help relax my pelvic floor area. Okay, so I'm going to take my hands on like my abdomen, my low rib cage, and I want to breathe into this area, breathing in nice and slow. And then on the exhale, you're feeling the feet relax, the calves relax, the legs relax, the pelvic floor relax, and it's all relaxing with each exhale. And you're going to spend about 5 minutes here if you can. I know not everyone has the availability or you feel like you don't have time, but if you can, just 5 minutes. So this you could do in bed. You can take some pillows underneath your hips, kick your feet up on the wall or on your headboard. And you're just using gravity as you relax tension. Okay, so any feeling of heaviness that we have in the pelvic floor, any feeling of a prolapse, this is a really good place to just start to relax tension. Because before we get back into strengthening and Kegels, we need to start here. Okay, so let's move on to some other exercises now. Now again, ideally you're in bed. So I was using socks along the sheets to kind of create a slide. And we're really just working on reconnection into that core again, feeling the core in any kind of aspects. We're doing pretty light movements here. Okay. This is 0 to 2 weeks or even beyond. If you haven't started moving yet, that's fine. Okay. So we're going to take ideally a sock that can move along the sheet. And you're just going to inhale as that leg extends, inhaling along the belly, along that rib cage. And now I want you to do a deep exhale like you're blowing out candles, and you're going to think of lifting that pelvic floor up and in towards you. Okay, pulling it in. You might not feel any movement right now, but that's why we're going to use that deep exhale like we're blowing out candles. Inhale. Completely relax. Open everything. Exhale. Inhale, blow through a straw. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then we'll switch to the other side, trying it on the other side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, big exhale. 2 more. Last one. Good. Then we're going to focus on knee fallouts. So the idea of this is that I'm going to catch my leg before I move my hips. Okay. So I'm going to allow my knee to come out to the side. Right before I feel like my hips are going to move, I'm going to exhale. Again, that big breath. Pull it back in. Try the opposite side. exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. And we'll do about 5 on each side. Use that deep, fast exhale. As soon as that pelvis feels like it's going to move, exhale, pull it back in. Inhale, exhale. One more. Okay, so we're starting to build in that awareness, that stability from that pelvic floor through the entire core. Okay, now I'm going to switch this pillow and put it down between my legs. Okay, so now I'm going to work on pelvic tilts mainly. If you feel comfortable, you can go into a bridge hold at the end, but it's going to be like a low bridge hold. So again, we're working on that core reintegration, that movement, range of motion. So give a gentle squeeze onto this pillow as you move. So I'm going to squeeze and kind of move my hips down, relax, squeeze, move my hips up, relax, move, squeeze, and then rotate as much as I can one way, and then squeeze, rotate as much as I can the other way. So it's not about technically like moving in the upper body. It's really just squeezing and moving that lower body as much as possible, that pelvis, through as much range of motion as I feel I have available. When you tuck, so inhaling here, squeeze, exhale, start to feel that reconnection. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and if you want to do a mini bridge hold, this is where you could do it. Exhale. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze. Pulling it up. Now you can squeeze the pillow as you go out, if that feels better, holding a little bit more stability, or you can let it completely come out as you try to rotate. So hey, there's really ways to play with this. It's about just reconnecting, finding movement, and reconnecting to your strength again. So you don't have to do these all a certain way. It's just really about continuing to explore movement within your body. Now we're going to come to the side. So just roll onto your side, bring that pillow to your side. We're going to start with side clams, and I'm going to start with a push down. Okay, so I'm going to exhale, push down, and then lift my leg. With the side clam, you want to feel like your heels are in line with your butt is in line with your shoulders. So we don't want to be too crunched in. We want to be pretty open here. Okay. And when you lift, I don't want your feet to push in together. I want you to really just focus on lifting from this glute. Okay. So I'm going to push down here with the pillow and then lift. Exhale. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try one more. Press down. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can build up time there. So we did little short 5-second holds. Of course, you can always build up a little bit more time. So say you want 10-second holds, you're starting to go to 30. So that's how we start to build up that exercise, pressing down to connect to the core and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last one, press down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now you're going to be sitting on the toilet, getting up, getting down from bed, and hopefully that's about as much activity as you're doing a lot. But we want to make sure we're starting to build in that good breath pattern already. So we're going to work on just sit to stand. So you could do this at the edge of your bed. You could do this into your nursing chair and up. Or down onto the toilet. You're going to inhale as you come down. Let your body relax and sit. Try to relax that pelvic floor. Now, before you stand, I want you to exhale. So before you're even standing, and you're going to allow your shoulders to lean forward and bending at the hips rather than rounding from the spine. So we're going to exhale, put pressure down into the floor, exhale the entire way up. Now, if you feel like you need more support, we're going to exhale on the way down as well. So we're going to exhale. And now you fully relax. Fully release. Don't worry about holding tension. You want to fully relax when you're sitting down. Before we go to stand up, we're going to already start the exhale. Okay. So depending on what inhale, exhale you want to take on the way down. So we inhale on the way down if you feel like you need more relaxation, you feel like you have okay support on the way down. If you feel like everything is falling out and you don't know how to support yourself, I want you to exhale on the way down. Okay, so you get to choose inhale or exhale. Relax. Exhale before you stand. Push straight down into the floor. So what people sometimes get wrong with squats is that we're trying to lift up out of the chair, but I want you to push down. Okay, so we're pushing down and we're pushing the floor away to get out of that chair rather than lifting out of from the upper body. So one more, inhale or exhale, coming down, exhale. Okay, so that's the start of starting to reconnect with that pelvic floor, add in that support and start to reconnect into the core and into your hips. I hope you found that helpful. I'm going to continue to provide videos to help along the week, so make sure to come back and check it out.
Don't forget, if you love what you're learning, I have so much more in stock for you. So hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos I've done in the past, and leave any comments of any suggestions that you have for videos in the future. And I can't wait to help you feel incredible and amazing within your body.